Episode 3, Voices in Bronzeville. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Isaiah 58 verse 1. Scene 1, the map of the mouths. In an old brownstone just off 47th Street in Bronzeville, Naomi sat cross-legged on the living room floor with her laptop, markers, and a massive paper map of Chicago. She wasn't alone. 5 other youth from around the city had joined her, each drawn by dreams, strange encounters, or whispers from the spirit. They called themselves the Watchpost. Zion, a quiet teen from Humboldt Park with a photographic memory for scripture. Aaliyah, a former spoken-word artist who had renounced New Age practices after a dream of Christ. Tobias, a boy from Roseland who used to run with a crew but now carried a leather-bound Bible-like armor. Micah, a South Shore homeschooler whose father was a pastor, but who always felt God was speaking in code. And Naomi, the visionary. Pinned across the map were red threads and symbols drawn in blue oil, areas of unusual violence, strange sightings, water flow paths, ancient street names. The Spirit had revealed patterns. The voices are clustered, Naomi said. They're not just random spirits. They're mouths, spiritual mouths speaking lies into whole neighborhoods. Zion traced a line from 43rd and King Drive to Pershing and Cottage Grove. Bronzeville used to be called the Black Metropolis, he said. It was a place of strength. Now, I hear murmuring there, twisted promises, fake prophets. Naomi nodded. Her latest vision had shown an underground temple with mirrors, and a woman with bronze skin and eyes like glass whispering false prophecy to youth in chains. The altar is beneath the museum, Naomi whispered. The Du Sable Museum. But it's spiritual. It's not in the natural. Scene 2, the Bronze Woman. That evening, the team moved as one, walking through Washington Park toward the Du Sable Black History Museum. They weren't alone. They prayed under their breath, hands anointed with oil. Inside the museum, an exhibit called, The Spirit of a People, was being showcased. It was rich in culture, but laced with strange energy. Naomi looked up at a statue of a woman with bronze skin and eyes made of polished glass. That's her, Naomi whispered. Suddenly, Aaliyah stumbled backward. I heard her. In my head. She said, return to your ancestors. Forget the book. The gods of the soil remember you. Zion stepped forward and began declaring Isaiah 44. They have not known nor understood, for he hath shut their eyes. They cannot deliver their soul. Glass from a display cracked. Lights flickered. One of the security guards, an older man named Mr. Harmon, came running. I've seen her too, he whispered. She appears in dreams and museum shadows. But you're not like the others. You carry fire. He pulled out an old journal and handed it to Tobias. My grandmother kept this. She was part of the last group who fought her. They called her Mommy and Ka. She feeds on forgotten identity, twists it into bitterness, pride, and rebellion. Scene 3, the confrontation. That night, the crew returned to the park near the museum, guided by Naomi's vision. They found an old stone bench surrounded by dry leaves, unremarkable to most, but in the spirit, they saw the altar. They circled it, anointed it, and began to worship, softly at first, then louder. Scriptures filled the air like incense. Suddenly, a low hum began, like a chant from another realm. The bronze woman appeared. Not in flesh, but in shadow and wind. Her eyes glowed. Chains swirled around her like serpents. You children don't belong here, she hissed. Your songs are weak. Your book is broken. Return to the root, and I'll make you powerful. Naomi stepped forward. We have a root. And he is the root of David, the lion and the lamb. Zion threw down a scroll they'd prepared, Psalm 29 written in Hebrew and English. Tobias shouted. We silence every false mouth in Bronzeville in the name of Yeshua the Christ. There was a scream in the spirit. The wind howled. The shadow shrieked and vanished. Silence fell. And in that silence, a peace settled over the park like dew. Scene 4, the hidden letters. Later, as they returned to Naomi's house, they opened Mr. Harmon's journal. Inside were names, prayers, and a hand-drawn seal, one that matched the one found on the scroll in Jerusalem. Naomi read aloud from the final page. In Bronzeville lies one of the 7 mouths of deception. But the word shall seal them shut before the day breaks. And then she paused. Folded inside the journal was a thin piece of paper, foreign, dry, but glowing faintly in the spirit. Zion recognized the lettering. "That's from the scroll," he whispered. Closing scene, trumpets in the wind. As the watchpost circled up for prayer, the wind outside Naomi's window picked up. Far in the distance, beyond buildings, sirens, and lake waves, a trumpet began to sound. Not loud. Not natural. But real. In the heavens, the second angel raised a censer toward the sea. And Chicago held its breath.